What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be looking at the Worksharp Precision Adjust Elite. This is all that comes in the box, so let's get it assembled. There's three versions of this. There's this one, the Elite, made of the ABS, as well as the Precision Adjust, which is made of ABS too. But that one only comes with one of these rods, which is kind of a shame. And then the Pro version is built up, beefy, made of steel. It comes with an electric angle finder and all that nice stuff too. So great buy, but I would say that for the money, this one definitely gets the job done. So let's take a look at this base. You got four little um, rubberized pads to keep your grip. Works pretty well. Me personally, I like to shift it around while I'm working. I don't really keep it face in front of me. Here's your angle finder. Goes from 30 to 15. For the most part, I feel like you'll be staying under 20. You can go maybe 20. It all depends what you want to do. If you want a stronger edge, it's up to you. But for pocket knives and all that, I feel like most of us are going to be staying in the 20 to 15 range. This here is the chassis that you put your knife into. It's got some rubberized pads in here. Keep the knife straight. Me personally, though, I like to add a little painter's tape to the spine of the blade. Let's get these rods out. Okay, so first we'll assemble this, and then we'll talk about the rods. So this is quick and easy. All you got to do, start from the front and just snap it in here. You got the lip. Just snap it right. Be careful when you disassemble it. This is kind of rough on the thumb, just so you guys know. This, you enter it from there, and you just want to make sure that, so you push this button in the back to twist it. You just want to make sure that the handle of the blade isn't in the way, but even if it is, you just take it out, flip it over, and then you should be fine. Comes with 3 honing rods, or stones too, I should say. Um, the first one is a 220 to 320 and then 400. The second one is 600. A little dirty, hard to see. 600 to 800, and then a ceramic. And this one has a strop all by itself. When you put your compound on, make sure it's maybe room temperature at least. If the room is cold, a little warmer, because it will gunk up and then you're going to have to scrape it off. And it just, you don't want to have to clean it right away. You want to get some more life out of this thing. They tack into this little tray quite nicely. A little loose sometimes, but they do stay in there, so it's definitely a plus to have it. These little spacers, I guess you could call them, these are handy if you want to keep yourself in a certain area. But what we're going to do today is we're going to I've already sharpened this a little bit, but I want to put a tighter edge on it. So we're going to put an 18 degree on this. So we'll check our edge. We'll go right. Yeah, that's 18. So we're at 18 degrees. When you put, so me, I already got my tape on here. It's up to you guys if you want to do the same. I feel like it helps with grip. One second, guys. So what I like to do, first of all, when you're holding this in this direction, twisting it left will loosen it. Twisting it right will tighten it. So what I like to do, get it loose, put the blade in, make sure the spine is hugging both of these triangles here, and get it reasonably tight. Now I like to look at it with the point facing, the tip facing me, and you got to get it at a perfect 90. You can't mess this up. You really want to make sure you got this right, because if you put it in wrong, your angle is going to be wrong. You're going to hit one side more than the other, and you're not going to be happy with the performance of your machine. Okay. So when you tighten it, also make sure that the blade hasn't moved because it will slightly. And then just put it back into place. Okay. And these, it's a shame. These are a little hard to get tight, but if they could have made them bigger, it'd make it easier, but it is what it is. Okay, so like I said, make sure you got the blade at a 90, straight angle. Okay. Don't be afraid to take your time when you're doing this because this is the core of all your work. Okay, so insert this. We'll see if, yeah, we got it in right. Okay, so we'll start with 320. This is very simple, this system. I love it. Pop it in magnetically. Just drop it out with your thumb. Super easy. Get this out of the way for me. Okay, so we're going to start, since we're reprofiling, we're going to start with the 220. Just go right from the beginning. It's best to do most work you can with your more or your rougher grits because they're going to last longer. So, but if you only need to do a little bit of honing, then yeah, just use a lighter grit because you're going to cause yourself more work in the end. But so with the higher grit, the 220s mainly, not really the 320, it likes to kind of rock when you're going. So if you're coming up, put the pressure on your finger. If you're coming down, put the pressure on your thumb. And then that comes into the question of what's the best way to do it. You can just go like this and come back. Keep the stone on the tip of the knife though, or you can go both ways. I don't know why anybody's talking about doing this because you're not going to get a consistent scratch pattern. Then when you go to strop, you're not going to refine anything when you go. It's just not going to be optimal. So if you ask me, I would say either or of the way I just showed you. We're going to go up and down because I feel like that way you get more work done with one swoop, I guess you could say. Like I said, do more work with your rougher grits. So I'm going to do 20 passes on each side. And the way I'm positioning the machine here, I like to have the tip, when the handle is away from me, I like the tip towards me. And when I flip the knife, I like it this way with the choil towards me. We'll start from here. That's 20. Not feeling a burr yet, so we'll go again. Little one. As you can see, it does a really good job of keeping things even. Bit of a burr there. Okay. I feel a little burr. We're going to switch over to the 320. So you see how I fell off the tip there? Try and avoid that. You don't want any tip damage. We'll flip it, go one more time, then we'll switch grits. Okay, we'll go to 400. Yeah, we're still straight, which is good. Feel a little burr there. We're going to switch rods. Go over to the 600 grit. You want to go down one every time. That's how you get the nice polished finish on your edge. I'll pull the spacer down a bit. Okay. It's feeling pretty good. We're just going to go right to the 8 because at this point, I think we could use a strop soon. Shit. Not sure which side I was on. I think it's this way. Okay. I can see a little bit of a burr. Feel it too. So just do light passes on each side when you're trying to get rid of that burr. Then we'll bring the strop out. I can feel it there a little bit. Okay. I'll get this strop out. Put a little compound on it. Like I was saying earlier, you don't want to be too aggressive with it. But make sure there's some on there. This stuff is cheap and it doesn't last long. Okay. Now, with this stropping, I personally like to strop on my manual strop. But for the sake of the video, I'll show you guys how to strop with this. Same thing. All you got to do is come back. But do not come back with this because you'll end up cutting the leather. So all we do is do light passes. Same amount on each side. Oh, we'll take this out. Put it this way. We'll do one more. Then we'll get a piece of paper out. Take a look at it. I mean, as you guys can see, the edge is still super clean. Got some burr there. It'd still come off. Which is why I like to use my regular strop. But that's okay. Here, we'll put this in. Looking better. Little piece there still. And there we go. We'll get a piece of paper out and see how we did. Take this tape off. Excuse me a second here while I grab this. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, that's a good edge. Oops. And the thing is here, what we're looking for is a super clean one too. And it is super clean. So if you ask me, guys, I would say this thing is awesome. If you don't have the skills to sharpen by hand, definitely get one of these because, like, look, these are the results. I also sharpened my Ripley on this thing. Awesome results too. A little dirty. I actually was chopping up a twig with this thing, and it'll still cut paper too. Like, so, a little rip there, but the results speak for themselves. If you don't know how to sharpen a knife on a stone by hand, this thing is going to save your life. So I would definitely suggest getting one. Um, like I said, there's 3 variants. For the average person, I think this one is going to cover all bases, honestly, because you see the results here. If you're buying this, main issue I'm sure is going to be that you want a clean looking knife, and here it is. And if I work on this burr a little more, which I don't want to bore you guys with, I'll get it even sharper. So that's that. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.